Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If we've never met before, my name is Chelsea and I make new videos weekly on fashion, beauty, and travel. Today's video is going to be 1 year of makeup empties. These are the products that I've used in the last year. You know, a lot of repeat items. So if you want to see what I've used up over the last year, go ahead and keep watching. Let's start off with a couple of base products. The Ren Perfect Canvas Primer. Absolutely love this primer. This was in a past favorites video. It's just so luxurious and luscious on your skin. Really perfects the texture of your face and leaves like a little bit of a sticky texture for your foundations to cling on to. I mean tacky in the best way possible. I used up the Lancome Le Teint Particulier. This is a custom blended foundation, 100% customized to my skin tone and my preferences. I really like this. This is really pricey for what it is though, so it's a luxury product and service if you're interested in getting the perfect color match and the perfect formula based on your skin. I would recommend this, but I think it's $80 something, so it's pretty pricey and you don't get a full ounce. So just keep that in mind. If budget's not an option, I would recommend it. Otherwise, there's plenty of great foundations you can find otherwise. This is no stranger to my channel. This is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus. High coverage, high SPF. They've recently expanded the shade range and I just love the texture of this, and I also love the oil-free formula. And right now my skin's a little bit dry, so I've been reaching for this a lot lately. This is in the shade Fair. Sometimes I go from fair to fair light to light. It just kind of depends on where I'm at. I also used up the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Flash. This is an interesting product. It's kind of like a bronzy lotion. This is kind of a glowy lotion that you can use as either a base product as a primer or blend it in your foundation to add a little bit of extra glow and luminosity. Really like it. Would I repurchase? Probably not, just because I have a lot of primers to work through, but one to look at if you're looking to add a little healthy glow, but something that's still pretty subtle in your routine. Here are some powders I used up. The Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Powder. Love the texture of this powder as a setting powder. Unfortunately, the shade was not a perfect fit for me. This is shade Classic Ivory 710. It's just a little bit dark for me when I'm at my lightest, kind of palest skin. The Pixi Translucid Quick Fix Powder. This product is really designed for use on the go because it has this puff applicator and a mirror on the lid. But at home, I would just unscrew it and dip my beauty blender straight in the product to set my under eyes and around areas where my makeup tends to crease. So really enjoyed that. You can find that at Target. I also used up the Dermablend Loose Setting Powder, and it has a sifter in the packaging, so it's a little more user-friendly. You could use this with a beauty blender or a velour puff or just a brush. Do I like it more than the Laura Mercier? No. Do I like it more than the Pixi? No. So I won't be repurchasing that. Some concealers, again from the Covergirl Vitalist range, we have the Click Pen Concealers, the Vitalist Healthy Concealer. Again, same thing as the powder. I like the formula, but the shades are just not the perfect fit for me, and I don't even think they have the shades printed on the packaging. One thing I do like about the concealer is that it's very forgiving on the skin, so you can use it with a CC cream, BB cream, and it's not gonna melt off before the foundation does. It kind of just wears naturally throughout the day. So a really great formula. I just hope they do better with the shades moving forward. I just have other concealers I like more at the moment, so won't be repurchasing that. Then we have the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealing Pot. Use this entirely up. This is in the shade Light. Just to kind of share out the formula, I would use this under my eyes with a beauty blender because it's very, very thick and like pasty. Most of the IT Cosmetic concealers are on the thicker side, so just keep that in mind. Sometimes my eyes need it and sometimes they don't. I won't be repurchasing this, but this is good if you have severe under eye bags and a little bit of dryness there. One more concealer to add to the pile, the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer. I like this concealer. This is in the shade CW03. Not my perfect shade match because I did get this in a like PR gift bag. And as you can see, it's a little bit on the peachy salmony side. I do like this concealer. It's very affordable and NYX is cruelty free. This is in the shade Light Pale. It just unfortunately wasn't bright enough for under my eyes. A couple of setting sprays I used up. First up is the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is a classic. I love it so much and I love this travel size. Then we have the Lilah B Aglow Face Mist. It rehydrates, adds a dewy glow to your skin. Lilah B is a clean beauty brand. This is a luxurious face mist and definitely the one I'd recommend if you don't have a budget in mind. Another face mist I absolutely loved was the Clinique Moisture Surge Facial Spray, the Thirsty Skin Relief. You get a huge bottle. It's 4.2 fluid ounces, so not something you could bring on the plane with you, but perfect for your desk at home or at the office. So love this. Definitely would recommend, especially if you have sensitive skin. I have 8 mascaras to go through, so get ready. First is the Covergirl Lash Blast Amplify Primer. I would say of all lash primers, not my favorite, but gets the job done. I just don't like plastic bristle wands in general. And you know, come on, Covergirl, like, they kill me with their mascaras. They're all plastic wands, and I just feel like plastic wands don't really deposit enough product on my lashes to my liking. It's a decent lash primer nonetheless, so worth trying, but not my favorite. I also tried the Covergirl Peacock Flare Waterproof Mascara. I think with waterproof formulas, I'm less picky because I usually use them as a last step to kind of like seal in my lash look. It's gonna give you a little bit of a spidery look. I don't know, this is okay, not my favorite. Another waterproof that was just okay was the Mercier Big by Lancome. Again, I'd use it as a last step to kind of seal in my lashes. So this one didn't really overly wow me, so I'd say pass on this because it's too expensive and just go for this. Hydro Boost Plumping Mascara in Waterproof. And this is a formula that has hyaluronic acid in it, so it's waterproof without being like really savage on your lashes. And the wand is really easy to use. It's not like big or spiky or weird. The cone shape makes it really easy to get in the inner corner and the outer corner and kind of maneuver your lashes in the way you like. And again, I've used this as both like a sealing last step and a one and done mascara, and I really do like it. So Neutrogena Hydro Boost is definitely one of my favorite waterproof mascaras of the moment. Definitely would recommend that. Another drugstore mascara I loved is the Pixi Lash Lift 188. This has a 2-in-1 brush, so the top portion has this skinny wand. Once you plug the small wand back in, it fits into the larger wand, which is a plastic wand, but something about it still allows for lots of product to be deposited onto my lashes. So it's one of the few rubber wands that I actually enjoy. I was really taken aback by this because it was the total package. It gave me that thickness, that volume, and that length. I didn't really use the like skinny wand that much, but it was nice for the lower lashes. Next up we have the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. Love this mascara. It's pretty thickening and volumizing. I run through it pretty quickly because it tends to dry out rather fast. Then we have the Whiplash Mascara by Ever. Love this mascara. It's very, very volumizing. A little bit more of a dry formula, but I like that because you can really get in there and separate the lashes and coat it on. And the last mascara is the Beauty by Pop Sugar Thick and Thin Mascara. So again, it's a 2-in-1 mascara with a thin side that you can use for your corners or your bottom lashes, and a thick side, you know, just for your top lashes to give you that volume. I didn't really enjoy this mascara. I feel like it didn't really do much for my lashes. Again, with Beauty by Pop Sugar, a lot of their products have been just misses for me, so I hate to do that to a new brand, but that's just my honest feedback. If you've used this and you've had good luck with it, let me know, but I like let it sit for like 3 or so months to see if the formula would thicken a bit, and just didn't really do a whole lot for my lashes, so I would say skip on that one. Next we have some lashes that I am laying to rest. These are the House of Lashes Iconic Lashes, and I've trimmed these a lot. I've worn them probably 30 times. These are synthetic faux mink lashes, and these are the ones that were really popular on YouTube back in the day. These are a very sexy lash, but they can be very heavy. They now have the Iconic Lights, which came out after I bought these, of course. Those seem a little more my cup of tea, but these are really fun and dramatic. Say you're going out at night or, you know, having your photo taken. These definitely pack a lot of punch. Some lip glosses. These are all kind of like in the same color family. First up is the Pixi Chloe Morello Lip Icing and Cake. Love this. I've mentioned it countless times on my YouTube channel. I've used it in Get Ready With Me's. It smells really good. It's like this glittery nude gloss. And I don't really like lip gloss. It kind of has more of this like nourishing lip oil feel to it. The glitter in this is just so flattering. You wouldn't think it when you see it in the tube, but it's just so wearable and flattering. I don't know if this is still available, but I would definitely look into repurchasing this because that's how much I loved it, and it's very rare. Like, I use a lip gloss like dry, like you can see. Next we have the Buxom Full On Lip Cream in the shade Peach Daiquiri. Love this lip gloss. It is just so good, but this is just beyond expired, so I don't even know why I'm putting it on right now. These are the most luscious, thick, shiny, glossy glosses you could ever ask for, and the best part is that they are plumping. They're very minty and cooling. They're more slick and glossy without being sticky. Highly recommend these. White Russian is the one that everybody loves and raves about. I also love the pink one, Pink Champagne, and Peach Daiquiri. Man, ooh, I didn't finish this one up because I was using Pink Champagne a lot, but just look how good that looks. I don't know, I might have to pull this out of the Empties bin and see if I can use it a little bit longer, but I've definitely had this open longer than a year. So I am going to be retiring the Ever lip gloss in the shade Rosé Nude. Love this lip gloss. I did a get ready with me video on my Instagram. I'll link it down below. Love this gloss, but I think it has gone off because it kind of smells like glue. This is a natural brand, so when things expire and they smell bad, you should definitely retire them from your collection because you don't want any weird things happening on your lips especially. So again, this is the Ever Flash Lip Gloss, Power Plumping Lip Gloss. A very similar color, that like kind of nudie peachy pink that I love so much. Next, we have a ton of lip balms I want to share. First is the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask. Love this. I've used it up entirely. As you can see, it's great for before bed, really smooth on the lips. It's a little bit of a thicker texture. Love this. I'm already working on another tube of it. The Dior Lip Glow has been a forever favorite on my YouTube channel. I've been using this for at least 5 years. It is a color changing kind of pink balm. It's a little bit of a thicker texture, kind of like that beeswax balmy glossy look. I have another tube of this I'm working on already. I used up the Kula Lip Luxe Original Formula Lip Balm. Love this stuff. I did a video about disappointing products a couple months ago, and in that video you'll see why I don't like the tinted version of this. But the original is really nice. What I love about this lip balm is that it has SPF 30, but it's not chalky or patchy going on your lips. It feels really good, it smells really good, and it's clear, and it's just easy to use. I'm actually going to Hawaii in a couple days here, and I want to make sure that I have another lip balm option that's going to protect my lips from the sun, because that's really important. You should always have a lip balm option that has some SPF in it, because that is a very uncomfortable sunburn to get. So if you're looking for that, I would recommend this one. Next up I have the, well, you can't read the packaging on this, but this is the Pacifica Persian Cherry Lip Balm. Absolutely love this. I love their coconut one and their mango one as well. Pacifica is a natural, affordable brand that you can find, I think, at Ulta and at Target. So definitely something to check out if you're looking to get a more natural lip balm. And of course, a lip balm without beeswax. This is 100% vegan. I used up this from Origins. This is rather new. It's the Nude Nectar Lip Balm, and it comes in this beautiful, sleek, bronze, skinny tube packaging. It smells like honey. It just smells so good, and it's so nourishing on the lips. It is clear, but it has a slight shimmery, sheeny finish, adding a little bit of dimension, but it's still really easy to wear, and definitely would recommend it. And I have a couple more of these I'm trying out right now that are tinted, but I use this one entirely up because it was in my handbag. I was just reaching for it every day. It's so good. And then we have the Sugar Fresh Lip Treatment. This is in the limited edition Zodiac packaging. This is the original untinted formula. It has that really good sweet kind of lemon frosting scent to it, and I actually used up the one with Cancer on the lid, but since I'm a Cancer, I just put that on the Libra one and I just swapped the cap. So that's why the Libra's in here, and I have a new one floating around in my bag with the Cancer lid because that's my sign. Gotta represent. Okay, getting to the end here, guys, an eye product I love. This is the Laura Mercier Sand Glow Caviar Stick. If you haven't tried these, they are amazing. This one is pretty much entirely used up, but this nub kept falling off. This is an amazing one and done eyeshadow color. You can blend it out, sheer it out. You can use it as an eyeshadow base. You can use it as an eyeliner. It stays put all day. It's such a great user-friendly makeup product because you can keep this in your bag and kind of smoke up your look, say after work, for drinks or a date or something, and just to add a little drama, like a little definition around the eyes, you know? Takes you a couple seconds to do, and they have so many different colors. This is kind of like a bronzy, sandy taupe color. These also come in like beautiful sapphire navy colors, purpley bronze smoky colors. You really have so many options with these. If you don't want to fuss with powder eyeshadows, get something like this, which is so easy to use and definitely one of the standout products from Laura Mercier. I use up the L'Oreal Color Riche eyeshadow in the shade 302 Mix and Matte. This is such an interesting formula eyeshadow. It's matte but super velvety and forgiving on your skin, really fills in those fine lines and just smooths out the texture. It can be a little powdery, so you can use it with your finger or with a brush. I used to use the Wet n Wild Brulee eyeshadow, but I found it was a little bit dry and I'd always get hard pan with it. And this is a much better formula. It's much more smooth and more velvet, but still gives you that matte cream eyeshadow look that you're looking for. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Super Slim Liquid Eyeliner. This is in the shade Black, and it says it has up to 12-hour wear. I just don't like this because it's like a firm felt tip pencil. I just much prefer brush tips these days. It is a nice inky black, but in terms of like comfort, it's just a little bit too thick for my liking. I think it's smart that they made this like ergonomic packaging to make it more like a pencil that you're used to writing with, but for me it's just not my favorite just because it's a felt tip. This is another product that I'm going to be retiring, but this is the Lancome Glow Subtil Silky Cream Highlighter in Buff Lights. You can see I've used a ton of this. It's kind of battered. It's seen better days. It has a 24-month shelf life, and I've definitely had it longer than that. A lot of people said these are similar to the ColourPop highlighters. I wouldn't know because I've never tried them, but it kind of has that like jelly, creamy gel to powder finish. I don't know how you describe it. It's kind of like a putty, but a little more firmer than a putty. Delivers the most beautiful, subtle glow to the skin. They have these in I think 4 or 5 different shades, so pick the one that appeals most to you. I just didn't get through it and it's long gone expired. And then last up I have 2 mini beauty blenders. These are the Beautyblender Blushers. I don't use these for blush per se, but I do use these for travel just because they are smaller than the standard beauty blender. You know, they take up less space in my travel makeup bag, so if size matters to you, I would say check these out, but otherwise I just go with the regular standard beauty blender. Alright, so that is a wrap for my 1 year of Makeup Empties. Hope you enjoyed it. If any of these products sparked your interest, definitely check the description box below for shoppable links. And if you enjoy Empties, be sure to check out my playlist. I've been doing Empties videos for I want to say 5 years or more now, so there's a lot of product reviews for you to catch up on. Subscribe down below. Please do leave me a comment down below if you have any questions. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and I'll see you very soon in my next one.